which coach would be more likely to appear in one of your celebrations?
I don't know if we even had celebration back when
That's kind of the point I'm getting at, my boy.
Look, I told KO, I told him, all right, we got to be up 2 possessions. It has to be in the 4th quarter, and you're getting in on a Celly. I'm going to give you my helmet. I'm taking your headset, and I'm going to act like I'm yelling at you.
Okay, so it's already in the works. It's already in the works.
I already planned it with
That's
KO.
tough. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Kicking It with me, D. Yup. And my dog, Brad Wing.
What up, baby?
How we living, man? How we living?
I'm good, brother.
Y'all already know we presented by Sleeper, which is the #1 fantasy football app in the game, fam. They got a new deal. You play 5, you win 55. This promo is activated off new users who place at least a $5 entry. And how it works, you place a $5 contest, easy. Then you get $55 in free entries, fam. Users can claim these via promos tab or banner. And again, it's new users only, fam. So if you're already an old user, just make a new account. Get your 55.
Get a new email.
Remember, y'all, we come out every single Thursday. Follow us on socials at Kicking It with D. Watch and subscribe on the YouTube. Drop us a little comment. We be reading them all the time. You feel me? If you want to say something, just let us know down in the comments. Listen and subscribe wherever y'all get your podcasts at. Last week's episode was a little bit different. Had that boy Bryce Underwood on here. My dog, knew him for a while.
Give him work.
Smacked our ass. And
he did you worse than he did me.
No, he didn't. Barely.
But
he did us both bad.
He did you worse.
Nah, he did us both bad.
But he's 16 or whatever he is.
He put
bro.
like
he be on
24 on me and 24 on you in the second half. And he's like, nah, I don't be playing. I don't be playing.
Yeah,
you know when they say I don't be playing.
What were you doing at 17?
Playing.
On the game.
Playing the game.
Yeah.
Playing the game.
He lied.
But nah, 2024 was a great year. First off, Happy New Year to y'all, man. We in 2025, which is crazy.
Crazy, bro.
It's crazy. It's obvious, but I read some that we're the same distance away from the year 2000 as we are as the year 2050.
I saw that, yeah. Simple math.
Simple math for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's just crazy to think about.
It is
think
crazy
about
to think
writing
about.
a date and you write 2050.
I know, because I remember, like, when it turned 2000, I was in Australia and everyone was like, the world finna blow up and shit. Yeah. The computer's about to kill everyone. And so I remember that vividly. And yeah, it's crazy. We just as close to 2050 than that, huh?
How old are you going to be in 2050, bro?
Man, I don't know.
That boy gonna be like 65.
I'm gonna be still kicking, my boy. I promise you that. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy how time just keeps going.
Time keep going and never stop.
So, but excited for the new year, man.
Any New Year resolutions?
New Year's resolutions. No.
No.
Not
I
really.
think for me, it's kind of like a bigger picture one. It's just to be more disciplined.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been so comfortable, and it's even shit like getting up to go to the gym. I'll be like, I'll just do it later, or doing cardio or something, like little shit, eating good, like things like that. I just want to be more disciplined with it, get to bed early and things like that.
Yeah. When I hear like New Year's resolutions, the only thing I can think of is like I got like thoughts in my head of how I want the UFL season to go.
Oh yeah.
How like I want to be better in areas that I wasn't last year. Stuff like that. Maybe less crash outs on the sideline.
What are we fucking doing?
Yeah, man.
Y'all should have heard his ass.
Bro, if I was punting for the Packers this week, I'd have crashed that. We're going to get to that.
We're going to get to it, man.
Yeah,
We're going to
yeah.
get to it. But it's
But no, I'm
2025.
excited, yeah.
It's a new year. Hopefully it's the same y'all, but better you. Hopefully all your resolutions come true and don't quit. They say like by the 3rd week, motherfuckers start quitting their New Year's resolutions. So keep going.
We seen a
Make it
dude
to
in the
the
gym
4th
today. It's the 7th. He already fucked off all his shit. So.
Man, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Man, but we excited to get to our guest today, man. Finally, we have a player for my team. I got the hat on. The Minnesota Vikings. We got that boy Cam Bynum in the cut, man.
The celebration god.
Celebration king, man.
Yeah.
He's jumping on. He's been taking the internet by storm, and, we excited to chop it up with him. But first, we got a couple things we got to handle. All right, let's take a break real quick and get into our sleeper picks for the week, man. Playoff season. Wild card weekend. What them picks talk about, Mr. Brad? First and foremost, first thing that jump out to me, Saquon Barkley. Anytime touchdown. Philly, Green Bay, he going to get in that end zone for sure. Ooh, Lamar Jackson pass TDs. I'll take him for more than 1.5. That's easy. He been throwing that rock. Mike Evans, nah, I can't trust him no more. See, they don't got incentives no more, so I can't trust them no more.
You ain't doing it.
Damn, who else? Who you got? What you got so far?
I got this week. I got Saquon Barkley getting in the end zone against Green Bay. Playoff football, everything elevated. Okay. Then I got, you just said it, Derrick Henry getting in the end zone against Pittsburgh. That is guaranteed. Okay. And then you just said it too, but he hurt you last week. I'm doing Mike Evans scoring this week. Yeah,
you taking him to
He's going to score against Washington for sure. Damn. And then my last one, so I got 3 anytime touchdowns, Saquon, Derrick Henry, Mike Evans. And then my last leg is Josh Allen against the Denver Broncos going over 220 pass yards.
I see that one too.
It's a nice one, right?
I see that. I think my pick's simple. Saquon Barkley, as we said, he's getting in the end zone. I'm going to take Lamar Jackson for 2 pass touchdowns. Yeah. That boy throwing that bitch. Yeah. He been doing his thing. He won MVP. Then I got Ladd McConkey.
He been
over
balling.
5.5 receptions.
Yeah.
He going to catch
They're
that
playing.
rock. They're playing Houston.
Yeah.
He going to catch that rock, bro. He look like he don't even play ball for real. But
yeah,
he just
but he be out there. He be out there cooking.
And then last but not least, I got Josh Jacobs getting in the end zone against Philly.
I like that.
Josh Jacobs is a dog.
I like that. They both good slips. Or you could just take all the Houston Texans unders. That'll work too.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing that this week.
All right, y'all. That's our picks for the week. We're going to check next week and see if they come true. But
yeah,
I got a good feeling about these.
Stay tuned.
I got a good feeling about them.
Yeah, me too.
All right, y'all, boys. Without no further ado, let's get the Vikings Safety Cam Bynum. That boy's been going crazy this season, not only on the field, but on the field with the CELLYS as well. Mm-hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Cam Bynum.
Here. There he is. Oh, we good now. We got the superstar here. What up, bro? How you doing?
Man. Doing good. Good to have you, bro.
How you feeling? How the body feeling, bro?
Man, try not to think about that last game, but other than that, solid.
It's all about the next one.
It was a rough one, but other than that, everything's smooth.
Man, y'all still playing, so you good, bro.
It was a tough one to watch, man. I'm a Vikings
looking on Instagram. All the bros are posting all their old videos and old stuff, like season's over, all that. I'm like, dang, that's a blessing. We're still
you just wait. Next week they're gonna be posting from like Cabo and shit. You're gonna be still working, so you good.
Like, I can't even be mad now.
That's what Mike Tomlin used to say, bro. When I was with the Steelers, like, and we'd be in the playoff. He's like, man, all your friends at home this week. You still playing, and it's like, damn, bro.
Exactly.
You're right. You know.
Do you feel the season's longer? You feel your body like hurting a little bit more, or what? Do you notice the difference?
It's different this year because we're winning. I feel like last year is a big difference. We lost Kirk and everything, so we started struggling. And now that we're winning, I feel like we're still mid-season. Like my body's still feeling good.
Winning solves everything,
I'm
bro.
to go on until February, so I'm like, we're going.
Yeah,
winning can cure cancer, man. I'm telling you, this can do anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro.
Like, there's no issues at all now that we're winning. So I'm just happy.
It seems like the city's really electric too. Obviously, when you guys are winning like that, the city rallies behind you. But bro, I always tell everybody that stadium y'all got up there, bro. It was built and constructed so it's loud as fuck.
Crazy, yeah.
Like it is a crazy environment.
I've been to a bunch of facilities in the league, bro, and the Vikings I think is the best. Not only y'all's like training facilities, but like all y'all shit, y'all stadium, everything, bro. It's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, talk about the fans, man.
Even the pregame.
Say it again.
I was saying, even down to like the pregame stuff, like how we run out the tunnel, like going to away games, seeing everybody else do their stuff. I'm like, dang, this is all y'all got. It's just like I'm looking at other people like, dang, you guys, it's looking weak over here.
Man, I knew y'all shit was turned when during the whole pregame shit, you hear the little horn, and the indoor fireworks start going off. I'm like, bro,
they got fireworks in the indoor and the dome. That's the craziest part about it.
Crazy.
Have you felt like a different kind of energy from the fans this year in that stadium just because of how well y'all are doing?
It looks like every single game is sold out, and that's like the craziest thing when you look up to the top, especially during like the national anthem. Yeah, I'm looking up like, whoa, this is like even just for like basic games that aren't not that big hyped up games. And it's our noon games, and it's still sold out, and the energy is in there. It's crazy. I'm like, I'm getting goosebumps every single time. It's like, yo, like every single time we show out here, we win. It seems like it gets bigger and bigger no matter the team.
Talk to me a little bit about y'all season, because I'm a newfound Vikings fan, and I know Kirk left, then JJ McCarthy coming in, big draft pick, and I'm expecting him to do well, and he gets injured during training camp. I think tears his ACL or something, and now he's out, and you got your backup Sam Darnold starting. Did you feel like you guys would have the year you did? Was there a little bit of doubt? Is y'all surprised at all about what's going on, or what?
It sounds crazy, but even since OTAs, we always had that confidence, like no matter who they put back there, quarterback, whether it's Sam or whether it's JJ, they're both capable. But when Sam came in here and I just saw the way that he was grinding, and like he's one of those guys, it's corny when people say first guy in, last one out. He's literally one of those guys that's in there just always in the lab. His parking spot is right next to mine.
Oh, yeah.
And it took me a while to realize that was his car, but I'm like, dang. And I'm one of those guys that's always there longer hours than everybody else, but I'm like, whose car is this that's always parked next to mine longer than me? And I'm sitting over here trying to compete. And I'm like, this dude, he does not leave the facility. And then I figure out, oh, this is Sam. And it all made sense once I saw him balling and seeing everything. So even from OTAs and training camp, even when JJ went down, we knew that, okay, Sam, it was still a competitive thing with the whole quarterback situation. So not until the first few weeks of training camp when they established Sam as the starter, we were like, no matter who coach picked, we're like, we'll be fine. We got so many pieces around and so many new players that we just knew that it was going to be a complete team. And really, none of this came by surprise at all.
Yeah, nah, y'all been balling, bro. And the whole time, I believe, game 1, I was posting on my story, Vikings going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he been
game 2, every game I've been going hard, bro. And everyone's like, bro, you tripping. What the fuck? You tripping. And then
all of a sudden,
bro, we got a really big chance, man. Talk to us a little bit about that Lions game, because I know you mentioned it was a rough one. What do you think happened? Because first drive looked good. It looked exciting. It looked like y'all was about to come out, blow the doors off them boys.
Yeah.
It's always a dogfight.
It just slowed down, yeah.
It was one of those weird games where I speak for defense. We felt like we were playing really well. And that type of offense they have, they put up points and they're electric, and they have so many players. So the way that we were really holding them, Jahmyr Gibbs, he's one of the best running backs in the league. We were able to hold him to what he's not used to getting for a little while.
Right.
But then it started to wear on us throughout the game, and he ended up getting 4 touchdowns, which is terrible for us on defense. But for the first, I think 2-3 quarters, 2.5, 3 quarters, we felt like in control of the game on defense, but it was just one of those things where we couldn't sustain it through the whole four quarters of the game, and we just didn't play team ball. That was one of those days where just things weren't going right on both ends, and it was good that we got to feel that playoff atmosphere without being in the playoffs yet. And so it was kind of a good wake up call for us moving forward. It's like, okay, now that we're in playoffs, we got to lock in. We know we win this game, we're going to be able to see them again, but we obviously can't look past the Rams coming up. Yeah. But really, we know that we take care of business this week. We got to go see them again in Detroit, and that's something I'm looking forward to. But obviously, like I said, I can't look too far ahead over the Rams yet, because that's another team that is real good too.
Yeah. When you go against a team like Detroit, you just said they're very, very high offense, high octane offense. They're going for it on 4th downs. Now you got to defend 4 downs instead of 3. Is there a difference in the mindset, or is there like a different approach you have to take when going against a team like Detroit, knowing, hey, bro, 3 downs ain't gonna do it against these guys. We're gonna have to go for 4. Like, does that come into it a little bit?
It's crazy because every time you're playing a normal game on a team that's gonna punt on 4th and 2,
3 downs,
you're
good.
Getting hyped no matter what you do on 3rd down, you're getting turned. You're putting your fist up. 4th down, you're getting turned. But it's like against Detroit, you have to play every single down, and even when you do get a 4th down stop or you get a turnover, you gotta get back, celebrate, have the fun that you're gonna have, but you gotta lock right back in because they can go back and score quick. Just because of the players that they have a complete offense. The O-line, the quarterback they have, all the receivers, they got speed, they have possession guys, so everything on their team is complete. So it's one of those teams where you go in there knowing that today's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah.
And you got to stop them all 4 downs.
They be having O-linemen catch passes and shit. Everything is
crazy.
green light.
It felt like I was watching a real life human chess match, bro.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was a play, I don't remember what it was, but I think it was a 4th down. They motioning, doing all types of shit. Y'all disguising coverages, safeties coming down, moving around and shit. And I mean that talks to what Brian Flores' defense, right? That man's been going crazy. Talk to us a little bit about that. Like, how do you feel with his defense? What do you think he's bringing to the table? Because his defense is something they've been talking about all year.
Yeah, Flo's crazy. He's a mastermind, and just like people talk, like you guys talked about with the Lions putting O linemen out to pass, that's the same thing he does, but on defense. He's the defensive version of that. So that's why I think, like you said, it's a chess match going against the Lions, but just be Flo overall. he's one of those coaches that really just gives you the freedom to not do whatever you want, but a coach that's like, all right, if you have a good idea, you better say it because we're
Yeah.
going to put the defense in. And we got players that come up with an idea and bring it to flow, and we're running it in practice that day. Or we see something in the game, and we're putting it in defense, like on the sideline. Okay, we're going to run a new cover 3 like this. You're going to drop, you're going to blitz, and the post safety is going to be on the line of scrimmage, and he's going to run out at the snap. Just crazy stuff like that where not normal people can't do it, but the way that he teaches us and the way that he coaches us, everybody has the same mindset as far as, okay, we're all going to be in different spots, but it's still going to be a cover 2, still a cover 3, still cover 4, but everything might look different. And it's a small change for us on defense, but it'll look completely different to a quarterback. So just having somebody that like Flo that really gives you that freedom really makes us play fast and have the fun that we do, because we know that at the end of the day, it's our defense. We're out there on the field. So if coach is having too much control, then we're not going to be able to play as fast as we want to. So that's why he gives us he gives us the keys to the defense.
Yeah. Look how excited this boy is talking about
Seems
it.
like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
But that's I've always said that's what a great coach does, bro. He can lead men and he can get the players to do, or other coaches to get what he needs out of the players.
Was it easy to get a whole grasp the concepts in his teachings, or was it just shit? I got to rep this over and over.
It's so loose.
It probably make it more fun for you guys.
He wants out of it.
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, you have to do this. You have to do this. It's like, okay, you guys are experienced. You guys know what to do. If you see it like this, check the defense. If they come out and empty, do this. Quarterback is under center, do this. Quarterback's in the gun. So it's kind of like you're really free to do everything to the point where it's different than any other defense anybody will ever play in, but it makes it simple. And it sounds backwards, but there's like less rules to give us the free range to really do whatever, obviously under the wisdom of being smart and using your experience to know, okay, what to do, what you can do, what you can't do.
I feel like people don't grasp that. A lot of coaches especially, they're so gung-ho on like, this is my team, this is my defense, this is my whatever, that they get so fixated on doing things exactly how it's supposed to be. I remember in college, bro, my first year, our head coach was terrible, dictator. Everything had to be exactly how the fuck he wanted. And if it's not happening that way, you out the game.
He's still coaching?
Nah, he's gone. And then our second head coach came in, bro, and he was just saying, play fast, play free. I'd rather you make a mistake going 100 miles per hour than doubt yourself and fuck up. So I feel like people don't understand that concept, that if you play free, you play fast, you have fun with it, you don't get way better results at the end of the day, bro.
For sure. And like I said, bro, to get the players bought in, which you can tell by the way Cam's talking about
his
it. His
eyes lit up.
Eyes lit up. And I know he's not the only one on defense like that. So now you got a whole bunch of dudes out there flying around, excited about what they're doing. It's beautiful, bro. I love good coaches, man, because I know what a bad coach can do for a kid or for a guy. You know, so I think good coaches, man, it's one of the best positions in sports, bro, because they don't just teach you in the sport, bro. They teach you so much deeper, man, shit that you'll take for the rest of your life. And so I love a good coach, man. It's good to hear that.
Is that how O'Connell is? Is he just chill guy too as well? He lets y'all play free, play fast, just have fun out there?
Yeah, he's the same way, just the offensive version. I say everything that I hear from him from the offensive guys, just the way that they're able to just put in new offenses, new route concepts, and really just the way that he relates with the players is something different that I've seen from any head coach. I've had 2 head coaches being in the league now, with Coach Zim first, and then now that KO's here, it's just a complete different feel. And I love Zim, but it's just, you could tell the difference between like an old, I'd say one of the old school coaches that's not much of a player coach, but he's more of like really just do your job, come out and just play well, which I loved about it, hold you accountable. But then there's the young era of coaches, of somebody that's been in the league, that really played and understands the players, and it's just 2 different vibes. None better, none worse, but for our style and the team that we have, KO just meshes perfect with us, because we know that he's been in the game, he's played quarterback, so it's something that where we know he understands us, and he's able to even go down to like our schedule and how we practice, understanding, okay, it's week 18, you guys might not have to do pads every single day of the week, but okay, we can do a walkthrough here, we can do some meetings here, and I understand that you guys need to get your bodies right. So just understanding like the stuff deeper than just football and coaching, but understanding how our bodies feel as a player and as people overall, getting us the schedule that we can still get our work in, but also it not be too crazy to the point where we're here all day and we hate being here. So I think just even on and off the field, Coach O'Connell, he's one of the best coaches that I've been around ever. And then you start talking about the football stuff, and he's a mastermind on the offense and what he can do with his system. So, and it's tough to go against in training camp. The players that we got going against, we're probably going to get to that, but going like JJ, we got Addison out there, just fresh DBs. It's like going against an offense like ours in training camp every single day. We got the season. It's like, all right, this is cake.
Yeah. You talked about Coach Zimmer. Now you got Kevin O'Connell, two different guys. Which one, I think I know the answer to this, but which coach would be more likely to appear in one of your celebrations?
I don't know if we even had celebrations back when
that's kind of the point I'm getting at, my boy.
I told KO, I told him, all right, we got to be up 2 possessions. It has to be in the 4th quarter, and you're getting in on a Celly. I'm going to give you my helmet. I'm taking your headset, and I'm going to act like I'm yelling at you.
Okay, so it's already in the works. It's already in the works.
I already planned it with KO.
Okay, good. I want to talk about the celebrations a bit, too, because I see the videos of the guys practicing them and stuff. Are you the conductor? You're running that show? Hey, bro, we got a team meeting. We're doing cover 2, cover 3 at 3, and then we're doing celebrations at 3:30. Is that how it goes?
No, literally. Right after on Saturdays. Like, I'm dead serious. We got our 8 o'clock meeting. We got our 7:50 team meeting. Then we got defense at 8. I said, all right, defensive rehearsals at 8:30. Be there, you're not in the Celly.
I love it.
And
now,
was
there any
tagged on Instagram if you're not there?
Was there any pushback from guys? Was everyone bought in like from the jump? Was a couple guys like, man, I ain't doing this shit? Or was there any like, because I've been in NFL locker rooms, bro, and I know some coaches would be like, what the fuck what the DBs doing over there doing TikTok dances or whatever? But it seems like, man, everyone's having fun over there, and there's not too much pushback.
Nah, there's no pushback at all because they see, okay, the more we plan this stuff, the more we prepare to get an interception, to get a turnover, the more it happens. And we're the only team in the league that's had a turnover every single game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All 17 games. And that's, people clown us and say everything, but we have the most takeaways and turnovers every single game. There's really nothing else to say. And I feel like it even brings people more motivation to make plays.
Yeah.
And then they see it all over social media, and that's the funny part of it.
Yeah.
Us doing, it started with my usher dance, and everybody's like, and I'm like, come on, get in on a celebration with me, y'all.
You killed it.
So then my boy Josh, we got the Parent Trap one, so we just started thinking of crazy ideas, and I just started making a list of a bunch of ideas,
like,
just throwbacks.
Just join in.
I got a giant list, and everybody's like, all right, now I want to be a part of it, because they see that it's actually fun, and it's something that's going to make us make even more plays.
It's a lot of fun, bro. And it's kind of manifesting. Like, shit, we practice it all week. We got to do it now. We got to get a pick.
Exactly.
We got to go make a play.
Was he always...
Now we feel disappointed if we don't make a play.
Yeah, now you really going to get clowned. You out there doing High School Musical for nothing.
Was he always a celebrator, or it just kind of happened? Did you plan on it? Because first and foremost, I want to say I love just watching you build your brand and doing what you're doing, bro. You all over my social media. I think I hit you with the follow pretty recently, too. But was it always a big thing to celebrate, or it just kind of happened this year, or what?
Nah, that's always been me. I've been clowning since high school. I grew up in Southern California, so I had, playing against Bosco, Mater Dei, all the big time schools, and I was in a public school at Centennial, and we were beating all of them. We won CIF a few years in a row against Bosco and Mater Dei and all of them. So all of our games were televised. So since high school, I knew, okay,
He'd been in the mirror.
Camera was on. Yeah, I would see the red light on the camera. And I recorded at home, and that'd be the cool. You're in high school. You're like, I need TV time. So I'd stand, even when I wasn't getting playing time and our games were on TV, I'd stand by the coach just to see myself on TV. So when I started playing and balling, I get a pick in the championship. I'm over here doing some crazy, doing the dolphin, doing the light skin face in the camera back in high school. And everybody's clowning me now about it, but I'm like, no, I've been doing this forever since I was a kid. And it's just something I never really. I take football serious, but I've never taken it too serious to where I can't have fun.
Yeah.
Because when you're playing well, you're making plays. That's the most fun you can have. So I'm like, if I earn the right to clown, then that means I'm balling. So
yeah, you better show your ass when you balling, brother. I'm telling you, because the flip side of it, they gonna kill you, and so enjoy it while you're winning.
Exactly.
But I want to talk about some like people you looked up at or looked up to, football players, not about how they play football. Some celebrators. Like who are some of the like GOAT celebrators back in the day? It can be both sides of the ball, can be at any level. Who you got kind of in your Mount Rushmore of like, man, that boy was showing his ass and kind of like brought it to a bigger stage?
I got obviously Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
You got T.O. and I
Yeah.
say Odell.
Yeah.
Those are probably the three most. Just the fact that they were clowning, like I'm talking starting fights. You know, when T.O. did the thing on the Star in Dallas. You got Odell. Odell probably had the craziest ones of all time, just because the fact that he was doing stuff where you got to be able to dance. It takes skill. But also he was clowning the other team. He did the dog one and started peeing on the goalpost or whatever.
I'm biased. I'm biased because that's my dog. But I think he
really
changed the landslide of the whole celebration shit. Like you said, it was dancing. It was like choreographed shit. Like now people are practicing. I know Ocho had done it. T.O. had done it. But like I feel like O did that shit every fucking week.
He made it swaggy because he was even on the gram like hitting dances and doing all types of stuff.
Little whip bitch went crazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
He had the world in shambles.
He was like the start of like the vibe, like the trends. You know, people started dyeing the hair.
Yeah, and I think
I had my shit dyed. You had your shit dyed too?
I never did it because I didn't want to lose my hair if I dyed it. But I knew I wanted to. I wanted the honey badger cut. Yeah. I wanted all that just because that was the influences we had. But for sure, Odell was one of those dudes that really had people, you know, actually starting to have fun while they're playing. First one to wear the watch in the game. Yeah. Just all that stuff, just starting trends. I'm like, I respect
the
that.
Chrome Hearts
beyond football.
Yep.
Yeah, beyond football, it's branding. And you see the type of brand that he has now off the field. It's like that stuff can sustain forever. And
that's what I was going to say.
Think about it like that.
Yeah.
It's genius.
That's what I was going to say. Like, probably the difference with him and, like, T.O. and Ocho was, like, he caught that good time with social media, you know, 2014, 15, 16, when it was all picking up. Like, and now you see a lot of these teams, I don't know who they got running these social media accounts, but they got some good dudes running these social media accounts. And so the importance of social media, you can tell it's been like addressed.
The dynamics,
and every team
I think
is like
shifting.
Yeah, every team's like, we need a social media presence. Have you kind of felt that as a player, seeing like maybe people around your building or stuff that you see online? Is there more like people trying to capture content, stuff to share with fans, or just share in general?
Yeah, I feel like everybody's really racing to either start a new trend or create their own part of a trend. And you see everything blowing up. You see TikTok's huge and everything. But really, you go down like even just like seeing the stuff outside of the field, like football stuff.
Yeah, that's
where I see teams trying to build. So with us on our team, my boy Josh Metellus, he has this thing where he goes around the locker room called Tell Us with Metellus. And he's asking questions in the locker room and stuff like that, just to see like people's random thoughts that they have or ideas and anything, and just certain things like that. I think fans love to see us off the field. And I feel like that's like our biggest thing, that we don't believe that people really want to see stuff like our real life. Yeah. And I think that's the best way to really market yourself and be somebody that people can enjoy watching even in the off season. And I think that's what teams need to realize. And I think that's what people are starting to catch on to now, that you need to capture every part of these guys' lives if you really want to be able to make the market big for yourself and for your players. And for me, for myself, I'm like, I'm trying to market myself so I can walk straight into some new opportunities to have the same fun that I'm having in football in the off season. Go clown, do dances anywhere else, even whether I'm playing football or not. Just do random stuff. And that's where like my off season, I'm like traveling, like going across the world, just doing whatever. People call me the king of side quests. And I'm like, that's what people like to see, and that's something I enjoy. And I feel like people think, okay, you're an athlete, just be an athlete. But I'm like, nah, I'm using this football stuff to really take me across the world, change lives first and foremost, but also to enjoy myself too.
Well, I think you're doing a good job marketing yourself this year,
bro. You're doing great. I think it's tough with football players because like you could make every play on the field, but at the end of the day, like you have a helmet. A lot of people aren't gonna know who you are. You're walking down the street, blah blah blah, and people won't really know who you are. So the fact that they're leaning into you doing stuff off the field now, locker room, you're doing your side quests and doing everything like that, bro. It's so important, bro, and take advantage of that shit. I'm sure in your 4 years, you've been in the league for 4 years, you've probably seen a gradual change every year. They're doing more shit. They're taking more videos. There's more access. The little social media girls walking around with stuff now.
They never used to be social media girls. That wasn't even a job. Yeah, that wasn't even
not at all. It's like you see a camera in your face back then, you're like, what are you guys doing? But now it's like, all right, let me take advantage of this because I know it's going to help me in the long run.
What type of stuff are you trying to do outside of football?
You trying to get on the big screen? You trying to act?
Passionate dude, you feel me? Yeah.
I would love to act.
Yeah.
But I gotta take acting classes first. But I know I'm not a good actor yet. But I'm like, dang, I'd be hilarious in a movie just doing some random stuff. I don't even know, but mainly like because traveling is my biggest thing. Like I live overseas in the off season out in the Philippines, and I just do a bunch of stuff out there. And I just think traveling for me is like the best, most enjoyable thing that I do. So I want to be able to do stuff like worldwide. Like D, I've been seeing you out there just going on tour, doing everything with the one-on-ones. I respect that, and that's something that something I want to do as far as just doing stuff across the world. I feel like once I traveled my rookie year, the first time I left the country, I was like, wow, the world is so much bigger than the U.S. and we think that everything revolves around the U.S. and everything, but people really aren't tripping on us like that when you go overseas.
Right.
And you realize like stuff is not way better.
You get perspective, bro.
I love America, but as far as just the whole mindset, the work ethic, everywhere else, it's crazy. And that was the biggest realization. So ever since I went to the Philippines my rookie year, I got an apartment there, got a house there now, and it's like I don't want to live anywhere else besides I want to be able to travel, live somewhere else. So I just want to be doing something worldwide.
Bro, people be sleep on Asia, bro. Like you think about it, it's a far flight, like, but bro, it is so worth it. I've taken 2 trips to Asia and it was like a month and a half apart.
He loves it.
Bro, I went to Korea, Seoul, I went to Tokyo, I went to Bali, and I went to Singapore. I got to make it to the Philippines. Maybe we could do something together in the Philippines, bro.
Come through my camp next year.
Yeah, but bro, Asia is amazing, bro. Like the food is good, the people is great. Again, it just shows you perspective, bro. Like our problems at home that we think are so big or whatever, like it's nothing. There's people on other parts of the world, on other sides of the world with nothing that are happy. They're grateful. They living with their families. They got a smile on their face. They work hard every day. And we over here complaining over our Wi-Fi being down or like something like that. You feel me? So perspective's the biggest thing.
I was born in Australia and I moved to Baton Rouge 2009 when I was 18 or 17, 18, right before high school. And the one thing about America I love, bro, is how diverse it is, right? Like I've been in Louisiana, I've lived in New York, I've lived in Pittsburgh, I've been on the West Coast, and it's very, very diverse. I love just like seeing different kind of cultures, and it seems like that's what you like too. Like you go down to the Philippines, you love it. Is there any other places we got on the list to go visit or what?
To visit? See, I'm trying to just do a bunch of like crazy things. So next year I'm planning to go swim with orcas in Norway and go like in that cold water, swim with the whales. I went to Africa in last June and July just to go on safari. So like I'm trying to get like into animal stuff and do just like really just do stuff like that. Is scary because I just feel like that unlocks everything. So I love being a daredevil. So I want to like go to New Zealand and like bungee jumping and cliff jumping out there and just do like stuff that I'm like would low-key be afraid of. Yeah. But I want to be able to like conquer fears to be able to just, just unlock something inside of you.
That's how you grow.
Like, yeah, exactly. So like I did skydiving and everything in Dubai. Say it again.
You got a YouTube channel, bro?
I do, but it's like it's tiny.
You gotta just post all this shit, bro. All this stuff, bro. You have to do it, bro.
Yeah, facts. I got a bunch of videos. I posted a few of them, but I gotta be better and more consistent with that because I post everything on Instagram, but nobody's trying to watch a 15-minute video on Instagram. So I'm like, I gotta
hire
get my
a little team or something, bro.
Popping.
Have them come with you, and then when you do all your adventures, bro.
Yep, I got you. Yep.
Yeah, man.
I've been capturing all of them. I'm just late to posting it, but I'm gonna get right because people got
busy right now. We play up, man. You feel me? You focus on the
I'm locked in now, but trust me, as soon as off season hits, I'm locked in on all that.
Are you doing some stuff to bring football to the Philippines? That's where you're from, right?
Yep. Yeah. So my family's from there. My wife is from there.
Nice.
So I live there in the off season, but we've done 3 camps so far out in the Philippines, in different islands. We went from Manila, then we went down to Cebu, which is the other big island. So we did 2 in Manila, which is the main island there. And so we've done 3 camps so far, and it's been huge camps. And we've had, the 3rd one was an international camp. So we had 9 countries fly their teams in to come do a flag. We do a camp plus a tournament.
And I know you don't know nothing about punting or kicking, so maybe we got to come down and we can add that to the camp. You know what I'm saying? Give the kids some punting and kicking knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Easy, let's do it.
If it's international, I bet they can kick for real.
Yeah, bro, they play soccer and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Were you born out there in the Philippines or born in America? But your family?
No, I was born in Cali, so I wasn't able to actually go back to the Philippines until I got to the league because I could never afford it.
Oh,
but
dang.
like I said, ever since I went there, I'm like, I'm never coming back. So
that boy already got the crib
out there. He's for real. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to come back. So yeah, we're doing just a bunch of football stuff out there, doing camps. It's funny. I was literally watching your Japan camp yesterday, or your one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And there's a few guys from there that came to my camp out in the Philippines that flew in.
Small world,
there's one of the black dudes there that you're tripping when he started speaking Japanese.
Yeah.
Emmanuel. He came to my camp in the Philippines. I was laughing. So like, how'd you learn that?
Oh man. On another note, I heard somewhere on the grapevine that like you got a lot of pull out in Minnesota, my boy. Because I heard your wife had some troubles getting into the country.
Oh, yeah.
That boy got on the phone with the senator and ended up, you feel me, getting things done.
My mom had the same kind of thing happen. Like I said, I'm from Australia, and my mom had some kind of visa immigration issue. Mm-hmm. And bro, they ended up like banning her from the country for 3 years, and it was all over some like paperwork mistake that they made. And we had all the attorneys and shit or whatever. But I didn't have the pool he had. I was calling people at the Giants, and they were like, man, maybe we could get back to you. So I had to go find my own attorney. But it's crazy, man. Some of that immigration stuff is like, they can just, you're at their will, I feel like. Or at least that's what my situation was like. It was crazy.
Yeah, same with us. It was, it's a long process no matter what.
A lot of
no matter who you are. But for us, it took 1.5 years, and it took 2 denials to get her visa over 1.5 years. And then... So I'm like, at some point, I got to at least ask for some help. Yeah. So just the way God worked everything out, it was that Monday night game against the Niners. I ended up having 2 picks. And before the season, once we got denied for the second time on her visa application, I told her, all right, I'm going to have the game of my life, one of these games. And as soon as I get on live TV after the game, I'm going to ask for help. So it took 7 games up to week 7 for that to finally happen. I had 2 picks on a Monday night. Everybody, the whole world's watching the Monday night game. And it was against the Niners. And last year, they were, the best team in the league at that point. So I'm like, all right, this is my chance. So I went on there, asked for help. And she was in the U.S. 3 weeks from that day.
That's crazy.
Was able to come to our game.
That's awesome,
3 weeks later. But it was just a blessing to see, like, how many people reached out to help, whether they had the connect that got us through or not. Because we still had to continue to go through the process. We didn't really get any special treatment. But I feel like it just brought awareness to the situation, and something ended up happening. It was just a God thing. And 3 weeks later, she was able to get past and get back to the U.S. and just with a bunch of foundations reaching out to help us. Amazing. We got a new immigration lawyer and everything. Amazing. And just so many people reached out to help. And it was like, wow, after 1.5 years of waiting, she was finally able to get here. And, went through 2 football seasons sitting there doing long distance on FaceTime, and it sucked. But I'm like, all right, one of these days we're going to get you here, and then we're good now. So it was a blessing for sure.
Was she not allowed to come visit, or is just
not allowed to enter the country? Probably
can't enter the country. Damn. That's something that not a lot of people know. Like, if you're not American, like our passport, we think anybody can go anywhere because that's what we can do. But every other country, you can't come into the U.S. at all.
Even if you're coming for like a little vacation, you got to do the little visa for how long you're staying for. Got to give them the address of where you're gonna be at, bro. It's just, Hey, that
boy got the crib in the Philippines just in case it didn't work out. Huh?
Hey, trust me, I'm like, all right. At least I know I'll be there in the off season.
Yeah.
Dang, football season is long doing that alone. So I'm like, we got to get you here now.
Sure.
But I'm like, I live in the off season, no issues.
I'm not throwing shade. I hadn't been there a lot. It doesn't seem like, maybe you can prove me wrong. Is there a lot to do in Minnesota outside the
it's
facility?
It's cold as a bit, boy.
I mean, it's still a big city. It's still Minneapolis is still any city you can find something to do, but
when that weather hits single digits, you want to go inside.
Yeah, for me, if it's cold outside, I'm not leaving the house.
Yeah.
And if there's no beach near me, then I'm like, I don't really care. So that's why when I'm in football season, when I'm here in Minnesota, I'm just at the apartment, just chilling, locked in, ready for football. But that's why my off season, I got to do it big, because I know football season, I'm fully locked in. But off season, I'm fully off the grid. Like nobody can reach me in the off season. I'm out.
Bro, I was out there in Minnesota for my birthday. My girl got me some tickets to the game December 2nd. And, bro, it's freezing out there. So we got tickets to go to the Vikings game, the hockey team, Minnesota Wild, and then the Timberwolves. And we was there for 3 days, bro. The first and second day, we walking around outside, it's freezing, bundled up. I'm like, bro, why this shit so empty? Ain't nobody out here. What's going on? Turns out on the third day, there's a whole like intricate system from building to building where you can walk indoors to everything, bro.
Yeah, the little tunnels through the.
Yeah, bro.
You was out there in the elements?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm walking in the snow. Air Force is getting fucked up and everything. I'm like, bro, ain't nobody here. What's going on? And then they got shops, malls, restaurants, everybody in there walking warm T-shirts and shit. I'm like, damn, I could have figured this out a few days ago.
Like, spot the guy.
Yeah, that's why downtown be looking dead all the time. But then I realized, cause I still walk outside. I still haven't figured out how to get through those little tunnels. That's how much I don't be downtown. But I'm like, yeah, that's smart because it's too cold out here.
Yeah. Nah, it is. All right, how y'all feeling about the Rams, man? Because I know the Rams was a tough matchup this year.
Yep, I need my get back. That's all I know.
Need it.
That's really all on our mind right now. Our get back from last week to get that feeling off our chest of losing a game, especially a big game that could have gotten us the bye week, but we let that go now. Now we're just, okay, they beat us early in the season, so what are we going to do about it? But I think this time around, just being, that was like week 5, week 6 back then, so it's just going into it now, I feel like we're way more prepared of a team as far as knowing our process and knowing, who your teammates are, how we play, and just finding, as corny as it sounds, finding our identity as a team. I feel like through the losses that we had earlier in the season, through the win streaks that we went on, then losing another one now, this is like our test to be like, okay, do we deserve to be in it or not? And that's really our mindset and taking that challenge head up right now, just going against, we know they're a good team. We know they got the home field advantage. It's going to be a Monday night, traveling and all that. None of that stuff matters for us when we step on that field. We're like,
it's one and done time, baby.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's one and done time.
It's like, it's life and death at this point. So none of that stuff matters. We're ready to go. We know this week we got to just prepare like we always do, even better than we always do, knowing that we just got to go out there and show what we can do. Because we know it. We just got to do it.
Just got to do it, bro.
Playoff ball, everything just gets...
It's different.
It's elevated.
It's different.
You said this is your 4th year, right? This will be...
Yep.
So is there a 5th year option on there? What are we doing? Like, are you a free agent?
Contract.
Contract.
It's my last few games on paper.
Back up the Brinks truck. Brinks truck. How you feeling?
That's why I gotta make celebrating.
That's gonna be the next celebrate. I wish you had a little incentive or something so we could have seen you celebrate this week like all the other boys.
Contract signing celebration. You have a piece of paper.
Now, obviously, like I know you are in the thick of a playoff run with the Vikings, the team you're on. How are we feeling about entering free agency? Obviously, you've never done that before. Are we hoping that doesn't even get to that? Or what are we thinking? What are we feeling? I don't even want to ask you where else would you want to play because that's not even the right question to ask because you're still a Viking.
Right, yeah. I love it here in Minnesota, and I pray, Lord willing, I know God will put me wherever he wants me, but at this point right now, I love it here in Minnesota, just on and off the field. Got family out here and everything, so... and obviously, that's still my squad right now, so
yeah, of course.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else besides Minnesota. But just looking at the whole situation and the business side of it, I just have to continue to do my part, let my agent take care of everything, and really just focus right now. There's so many thoughts that could creep in your mind. The season's ending. That you start thinking of the future and start getting thinking of possibilities. But in my mind, I'm like, all right, I love it here. I know they love me here, so I trust that something will work out. But at the end of the day, it's all up to the people running the team. But like I said, I love it here, and I just know God will put me wherever he wants me. But I'm just enjoying my time here and balling right now and just staying focused and not letting any of those questions creep in. Like, where am I going to be? What's going to happen? None of that stuff matters, and I can't control it myself. So my job is just make some plays, celebrate more, have some more fun on the field. And win these games. And I think all that will take care of itself wherever that ends up. But like I said, I'm happy.
You keep that same attitude and keep your head down, my boy, you're gonna be good. Brother.
What's your favorite away stadium to play at, though? Just wondering.
Oh, my favorite one? What's the best stadiums out there? I don't know. Nothing compares to ours, so I feel like everything is
I'm not gonna lie.
Have you ever played in Pittsburgh, like a night game where they play Renegade in the fourth quarter?
I haven't played in Pittsburgh yet. I heard it's lit.
It's cold.
Seattle a few weeks ago was pretty crazy. Besides the rain, I see why it's one of those stadiums that's famous for their noise and the energy in there.
Yeah.
Because you could feel it. And it's one of those, we were all a fan of Richard Sherman and LOB back in the day.
Legion of
and
Boom.
seeing that. So, like, that's like a legendary stadium in my mind because I grew up watching them. So that was probably the best away stadium if I had to say any.
I feel like if the Rams had like a better fan base that cared more about like the team instead of just celebrities putting up the games, it'd be fire to play in SoFi.
Well, I feel like certain stadiums and venues have different like swag, like Green Bay shit. It's never like the craziest crowd or whatever, but when you're in there, you're like, bro, this is the fucking.
I'm part of. You feel like you're part of history playing at Green Bay. Huh?
And like I feel like there's just certain places that have that. Maybe not the best fans, but you're like in there, you're like, damn, bro. This is, like I played in Oakland the last year they played there, and I only played there once. That black hole was fucking crazy. Smelled like dope. The whole thing smelled like weed.
I'm playing on a baseball field.
On a baseball field, that shit was crazy, bro. So some of these,
I hate to play there on that dirt. You ever had to tackle somebody on the dirt?
Arm is done, bro.
It was crazy. Yeah, dirt, baseball field sideways, going across sideways across the field. You're like, what the?
I'm glad they got rid of that.
Bro, I don't know why they did that, man.
Who? I guess it might have been the Lions. I was gonna say like the one team that you have the most respect for on offense and what they're doing on offense.
Yeah, I'd say the Lions right now, just because as much as I hate them,
I know that was hard for you to say. My bad, bro. I'm sorry.
And a team that just beat us, but from as a competitor, I respect them because they give us a challenge every time. Yeah. Every time we play them, it's been a close game. Besides this last one, it's been competitive, but they're one of those teams where. If you could hate them or you could love the fact that they give you a challenge every time and they bring the best out of you. And that's one of those teams where you got to show up with your A game, with your best scheme, with your best stuff, or else they'll get you. And I think that's one of those teams I got a lot of respect for, just because they're aggressive. I respect that, and it's crazy. I hate playing against it, but knowing that that's exactly how we are on defense, especially with B-Flow. Yeah. It's like, all right, well, if we were on offense, that's exactly what our mindset would be too. So I can't even be mad at them, but I got a lot of respect for them for sure.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, somebody that gives you a run for your money in a celebration contest is probably Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah, and that's my guy too. Yeah, that's my guy too. That's why it's funny because we're both Cali boys, so it's like, damn, we've always been like this, just clowning and having fun. And I talked to him after the game this week. I'm like, all right, y'all got to come with something a little better because they scored so many touchdowns, but I didn't see any fire Cellies from the other night. I'm like,
he does that.
I'm like, you got to get some more. I told him, I said, we need some more originals out of you. He's like,
that's what I was gonna say. He be taking shit that's already out there in the ether. You be kind of bringing shit to life. I feel like.
But I respect him. The way they be doing it. Every single game, having multiple, and it's a cheat code when you're on offense. On defense, it's tougher because you might only get one a game.
On defense, it's tough.
Every you got a first down celebration, this celebration, that celebration.
But they've been coming with some stuff this year, so I think that's for sure my biggest rival on the celebration department. But at the end of the day, that's my guy, so I respect what he's doing.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. They was playing that Jello in the locker room after the game. If that ain't big motivation to get that get back, bro, then I don't know what is, man.
And then
now I hate that song. Now I hate the song because they played it after they beat us.
You can't hate the song, my boy. That shit going. Come on now. You can't hate it. That shit fire. That shit is fire. Hey, I really want to ask about Justin Jefferson. I went to LSU. Yeah. I know he's a dog, bro. Probably, if not the best, second best in the NFL behind another LSU guy, Jamar Chase. But what's it like seeing him work every day, bro? You're witnessing, one of the best receivers. You're probably going against him a lot here and there. I just want to talk about him and his work ethic for a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the first thing, because me, the type of player I am, I'm one of those hardworking players that really respects people that grind. So my first thing when I got here as a rookie, I started just looking around. Okay, who's practicing hard? Who are the superstars? And what's their work ethic like? And the first thing that I noticed about JJ is in OTAs, training camp, every single day he was practicing hard. I'm talking running full speed routes every day, never looking tired, always catching the ball, finishing upfield. And I was like, okay, I respect that. Year later, or throughout the year, end of season, he's still practicing the same exact way. Yeah. And now 4 years into knowing him, being able to compete against him, that's the biggest thing that I see. And the biggest reason I understand why he's the best, and obviously I'm biased, but I believe he's the best in the league. Whether numbers support it this specific year or not, I believe he's the best. And just seeing the way that he works and the way he practices and just how precise he is and just everything, that he's gifted, but on top of that, he's a grinder. And he's not like a pretty boy receiver. You know, he got the swag and everything, but at the end of the day, he's in there at practice going crazy, running full speed routes, finishing, competing with the players on the scout team, like really going at it. And so that's something I respect out of him, like crazy, and something that I've never seen him really be tripping in practice. Like he'll be good in the game. Like he's running full speed every single day. So I respect that.
I know you've seen some crazy because we see crazy catches from him on Sundays, but I know there's some shit that y'all seen at practice that you're like, bro, that one he plucked in.
No gloves.
No gloves. That one he plucked in, if it wasn't against the Lions, it was the week before. That one-hander he plucked in on the
across the middle.
Oh, bro, that shit is crazy. Is there anyone that stands out to you that you've seen in practice where you're just like, what the come on, bro?
On Fridays in the red zone, Fridays are red zone days. So he'll be clowning with no gloves on. But when they just throw him those the pylon throws or the fade balls, and you jump early just to make the catch look swaggier, just to look like you got more air time. Like he's just jumping up early for no reason, but just making it look crazy. I'm like, okay, that was unnecessary, but that was hard.
I love it. I love it. Shout out Jettas, man.
That boy be shining on the field. Boy. I ain't gonna lie.
I seen the thing where his chain fell off and he had to put it down his pants. Someone was like, a teacher's salary gone. I said, that's a doctor's salary, my boy. That ain't a teacher's salary.
I remember
last year, doctor's salary.
Last year it popped off. He threw that bitch on the sidelines.
Yeah, that might have been the teacher's salary one. This one coming home with it.
You're not a jewelry guy? I don't see you wearing too much jewelry like that.
Nah, I'm still on my rookie contract, but I'm not.
It's coming.
Like I said, I'm an
he got houses
guy.
Overseas and shit. He good. He right. He doing the right thing. You making smart investments, my brother.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm not a jewelry guy. Anywhere I splurge is gonna be on vacation.
Oh, that's amazing.
Experiences. There you go.
I'm cheap during season, but off season I'll fly anywhere. I'll go anywhere, do any trip. That's where all my money goes, and those are my quote unquote unwise decisions. Taking a group of 10 people on safari like that. That's what I spend my money on.
You get the lay down seats when you go to Asia, man.
Now we do.
I folded last year and I tried to go economy, but now I can't go back. I tried to go. I went So I went two off seasons, no business class. Then I finally did it, and I haven't gone back.
Yes,
you can't, bro. Once you go to, you can't, bro.
Yeah,
you can't, bro.
It's too much. It's like it's just too comfortable.
It's too nice.
Now you're not dreading your flights. Like before, I'm like, all right, now I need to pull an all-nighter just so I can sleep on the plane because I'm sitting in the middle seat economy, 14 hours to the Philippines.
You know you can get some good food.
Right, now I got three good meals.
Yep.
I'm chilling. I got I got the Normatec boots on my legs on the flight. So I'm chilling now. So that's my splurge.
There we go, man. You doing it right, bro. Since you're the king of CELLYS, man, we're going to wrap it up real quick with a quick game of Rate Them CELLYS. So basically, we're going to watch 10 of the best CELLYS of all time. You're going to rank them just 1 out of 10. 1's the best. 10, you feel me?
Bet.
Actually, 10 is the best. 1 is... Wait, how are we doing it?
1 out of 10?
Yeah, Brett.
Am I rating them out of 10?
Yeah, 1 out of 10. They had it written in
first, second, third place.
Yeah, no. We going to watch some of the best CELLYS of all time, and you going to rate them out of 10. Basically, if it's 5, give it a 10. If it's ass... give it a 1. You feel me? But before we
should be no 1s on here. There should be no 1s.
Hopefully. Before we get to what makes a good celebration, though, you know your stuff. So what makes a good Celly?
In my mind, the biggest thing is if somebody's done it before. It can't be something anybody's done. Because I think unless you're the first one to do something, or you just do it that much better. But that's the biggest way to ruin a celebration in my mind is if you copy somebody else's.
Okay.
Can I tell you what a bad one is? And y'all, you DBs be doing this too much, bro.
What, overthrown ball and you're like this?
Yeah, come on, bro. You didn't have a goddamn thing to do with shit. It'd be 15 yards over his head. They be, come on, man.
Them boys started
you got away with the PI and you still celebrating. Yeah.
I feel like y'all do that, though, to piss the receiver off even more, knowing damn well everybody here knows that I didn't do a whole lot.
Or you're just like, thank God he overthrew it because I knew I'm beat. That's the best feeling as a DB when you know you're beat.
Dodge the bullet.
Throws a bad ball and you're like, yes.
Dodge the
bullet.
bullet.
The little box, thumbs down. And
that should be blowing me, bro. Don't ever do that one, bro. Come on.
We got the first one. We said Ray Lewis. What about the Ray Lewis entrance? pregame entrance.
I think because it was iconic and it was his old thing, I give that a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
And
so what about
he created that on his own?
Okay.
That's his thing.
I think this is gonna be the first 10 off the board.
He got
here.
to.
But what about Justin Jefferson gritty?
10. Gotta be a 10.
I'm God. I ain't even mad at it, bro.
That's my teammate. But the way that the gritty took over the whole world,
Yes.
that's an easy 10. I'm in the Philippines. I'm overseas. I'm in Africa.
Yeah.
Kids on Safari knew what the gritty was.
Nah,
These
that's a
kids in the
legit.
village.
That's a legit 10.
Everybody
That's a
doing
legit 10. Yeah.
So I think this was the first to do it.
Yeah.
Did Odell do it or?
I think Elijah did it first in
Yeah.
college or something, and then
Playing for Ole Miss, Elijah Moore, the dog peeing celebration.
and then Odell did it.
Ooh.
Dog pee.
That's a 9.8 out of 10. Just because it got him a penalty. No, that's a 10. That's a 10.
Yeah.
Whoever did it first, that's a 10. Regardless of the penalty, because I root for people to get penalties for celebrations. That's a 10.
Oh, I got to send you a clip of my celebration in college. We ran a fake punt, and I fucking celebrated early, bro. Got a penalty, didn't even count. The whole touchdown fucked it up. All right, next one. We got OBJ's Michael Jackson.
You ran and then celebrated on the way down and got called back?
Yeah.
You were in our team meeting in college.
They're like, don't do this shit.
I'm dead serious.
For real?
I'm dead serious.
I think I was with a lot of people's like, don't do this
It's a
thing
brand new
for the
rule
year.
this year. It's the first
Yeah, I
time
remember
we've
that.
seen it enforced.
Yeah, bro, I remember that shit too. Next one, we got OBJ's Michael Jackson impersonations.
I'll give
Thriller?
those a 9. I give those a 9.
Yeah.
The moves are fire, but just not
Yeah.
original. So I'd say a 9.
And I tell you what, I know because I was there. He was practicing them hoes like you be practicing. He was in front of the mirror late at night getting all that
This
shit
stuff is
down.
fire though.
Got
Because
to.
he can actually dance. That's
Yeah.
why it gets a 9, because he can actually dance.
What's this next one?
Oh, did you see when Odell was with the Rams? You remember the Detroit
yeah.
urban assault dude that would like if someone's got a gun pointed at you, you take the gun.
The,
You remember he did that one?
Yes,
It's
the
the Cardinals.
self-defense dude. That's a 10. See,
Yeah, that's a 10.
That's the stuff I like because it's unique.
Yeah.
And if you know, but it's like everybody knew about it. That's a 10. Easy.
And I think like right after that happened, within like 10 minutes, that shit was going clip viral
Going
everywhere.
stupid.
Super
Going
viral.
Stupid. Buddy was going viral for a while. All right, we're going to keep it local with this one. The Vikings Duck Goose celebration.
8.
Yeah.
And I feel like you were being generous. You don't really like that one.
Yeah, I'm being generous just because it's the Vikings.
We ain't got to
That's-
spend too much time there.
And I see too many teams do that one.
What about Terrell Owens with the cheerleading?
The Sharpie.
That's a 10. That's a
Was
10.
it Sharpie? No, it's not the Sharpie.
Nah, I
He
think
had a few of them. He
had a
grabbed
few
the
of them.
pom-poms and started doing it.
I think that was Ocho that grabbed the Sharpie out, signed the ball everywhere.
Yeah, if you grab the pom-poms, that's a 10.
Yeah, Pom-Pom, he got
He just dropped them too. He ain't even giving back to
he
it.
got props. He got real life props out on the field. That's a 10 for sure.
We got a couple more. Throwback, a classic, the Deion high step shuffle.
That's a 10, because he was the first one to really celebrate.
Yeah.
People thought he was crazy for celebrating and for clowning.
Yeah.
That's an easy 10.
I feel like if a movement gets named after you, 10.
Then it's a 10.
That's that Dion.
And if people are still doing it nowadays,
Yeah.
and especially kids are doing it when they're playing against Colorado,
I know.
it's like, all right, that means your celebration carries some weight.
Yeah,
This is a
years.
good one. This one was kind of a moment in culture. The Cam Newton dab.
I gotta give that an 8. I gotta. It was big at the time.
The dab
but
was
that's
jumping
No
there.
It
effort.
was
That's just a dab.
jumping. But it was
No
just
effort.
like, I feel you on the,
Yeah.
wasn't too original, huh?
Yeah, it wasn't original, but he made it his own.
Yeah.
But it was like, that's a 2-second Celly. That's
They
not
got
a
the clip
Celly.
here against the Titans where he's doing it and the defender's getting pissed at him and he just keeps doing it in his face.
You can go here.
That moment is a 10. That moment specifically is a 10. For sure.
That moment's a
folks
10 for
too?
sure.
Yeah.
And then the very last one, we got Ocho Cinco. We got two of them doing either the little salsa dance kickfoot thing or taking the camera from the broadcaster and hopping on. Filming
That's
the game.
genius.
Yeah,
That's
it's a bunch
genius.
of them.
I think the camera one's a 10.
Yeah.
Because if you get over there, you're able to function the camera and actually keep recording it too. That's fire.
I tell you he wasn't on the list, but I want to get your rating. Is Victor Cruz's salsa?
Ooh.
No, that was good.
That was
She
fire
the
'cause
first.
it was
He was the
him.
first to do
Yeah.
it, and it was fire.
Yeah. I like
and
that
his
one.
last name is Cruz.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It sounds like it's legit.
It all go.
I don't know if he's Mexican or not, but it
Shit,
sounds fire.
I believed it.
Man, hey, bro, we appreciate you. It's been awesome sitting there talking to you. It's been awesome watching you ball all year. I'm rooting every motherfucking Sunday, every Monday, whenever y'all play. Hope y'all make it all the way to the big chip, man, and it's been a blessing to have you, bro.
Yeah, bro, we gonna be tuned
Appreciate
in, man.
y'all having me though, for real.
Oh,
and
course,
if you ever
bro.
in Asia, ever in the Philippines, let me know. We can do something for sure.
That's a bet, brother. Stay healthy, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, we appreciate y'all so much for being here, tuning in. Thank you to you guys for watching. Thank you to Cam for being here. Kickin' is back next Thursday and every single Thursday. Watch and subscribe on the Kickin' the YouTube channel, Kicking It with Destroying. Listen and subscribe wherever y'all get your podcasts at, whether it's Apple Music, Spotify, podcast app. Just drop us 5 stars on there. We need it.
Need it. Come on, man.
Presented by Sleeper. Shout out to them. And produced by Rain Delay Media. Shout out to them. And shout out to y'all when we see y'all next Thursday. We out of there.
Out of there.